Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa Keeley. I'm the Director of Environmental Studies and Environmental and Sustainability Sciences here at George Washington University. What I'd like to do today is talk you through how to declare a major. First, I'm going to quickly share my screen. Right, so how to declare a major. So first, what if you're still trying to decide which major is right for you? So the first thing I would suggest to anyone is to consider taking Geography 1003, Society and the Environment, which we think of as our gateway course for the majors, kind of topically, and or BISC 1112. So the reason I would consider that one is that it's it's a foundational class that counts towards both of our 2 degrees. It is the ecology, kind of the second in the upper level foundational biology series for the biology department. So it could count towards either of our degrees. And if you're trying to decide between the studies or sciences version, that might help you make that decision. Another thing you might consider is consulting DegreeMap's what if function. Um, I'll show you on the next slide. That can be a little bit tricky. You need to select BA or BS degree appropriately to find each degree listed. But the last option would be to come to office hours of an advisor. And at the end of this presentation, I'll talk to you about how to figure out who to reach out to. But quickly, so within DegreeMap, you'll see in that red circle there that there's an option to do a what if analysis of the credits that you've already earned here at GW. It helps you figure out what classes would still be remaining for you if you needed to if you decided to change your degree. And what's important is that when you start this what if analysis, you'll see that you can choose the academic year, which would be the current year, but then you also need to choose the degree program for that degree to come up as an option. So you need to select Bachelor of Arts if you're looking at trying to do a what if analysis for environmental studies, and you need to choose Bachelor of Science if you want to do that for environmental and sustainability science. So the next thing I would say is if you're pretty sure you know what you'd like your major to be, I would go ahead and declare. And that's because once you declare your major, you're one of ours. You get advising emails from the department. You get information about registration. And importantly, you become a part of our cohort. And our department has a lot of events for our students to get to know each other and get to know the professors, and you can become a part of that group right away. So quickly, I want to help you understand the differences between the 2 degrees. So our BA in Environmental Studies allows students to really have a balance between more traditional science classes and what we call society classes, which are classes that are more policy focused or focus on the humanities, trying to think about the human dimensions of environmental problems. So students in our BA track take either BISC 1006, which is the non-major version of ecology, or 1112, which is the version for biology majors. As I said, they'll take 3 upper-level science and 3 upper-level society classes, so a balance of those 2. And then they can choose an additional 2 classes from either of those 2 categories. So that allows some extra flexibility in that major. On the other hand, our environmental science Bachelor of Science, those students need to take the full series of biology. So BISC 1111 and 1112. They have to take an additional 2 foundational series in math, physics, or chemistry. So 2 of those 3. Our science students choose 4 courses in one of 2 concentrations: earth and environmental science or ecological management. And then they have flexibility to choose 2 additional upper level classes in either of those concentrations. So I think, as you can see here, a key difference is the amount of kind of higher level foundational science and math classes that students take. For our science students, that's important because it opens up some advanced upper level classes that you otherwise wouldn't have access to, like some of the advanced ecology classes, for instance. And it also might make it easier for students with that Bachelor of Science degree to go on to do a master's degree, for instance, in something like chemistry or ecology. There are also requirements that are shared by the 2 degrees. So there are a number of foundational courses, including a GIS class and a field methods requirement. They both have upper level classes, and they share a senior capstone, which is only offered in the fall. So steps to declaring a major. So first, I'd suggest that you use DegreeMap to determine outstanding course requirements. Next, you'll fill out a major declaration form. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. And finally, you'll visit the office hours of a major advisor in our department. So the major declaration form, at least for the Columbian College, looks like this. But you should use the declaration form of your home college, no matter what that is. So if you're declaring a second major and you're an Elliott student, you'll use the Elliott forms. If you're in the business school or if you're in the engineering program, you'll use their paperwork to declare a second major. You'll also return the form to the same program. So if you're in the Columbian College, you'll return the form to Columbian College. If you're in public health, you'll turn that form into the Milken School. So some frequently asked questions. First, choosing courses for the major declaration seems overwhelming. So the first thing to know is that this form is an exercise to help you understand the requirements, but we're not going to use it to hold you to taking specific classes. So if you said you were going to take water resources, but instead you end up taking geomorphology, no one's going to blink. What if you're planning to study abroad? So you should definitely talk with an advisor, both the advisors for your home college, but also an advisor here for your major before you go. You can take upper level classes while you're abroad. And we're very flexible, generally speaking, with counting classes back towards your major. But as far as filling out the form, the major declaration form, I'd fill that form out as if you didn't have plans to study abroad. Just fill it out with GW classes, and then we'll figure that out as we're trying to help you get ready to go abroad. What if I'm declaring a double major? Again, you use the major declaration form from your home college. What if I can't decide between the BA and the BS? So I would start by taking classes that will count in any case. So BISC 112 is a great one. Certainly a lot of the foundational classes double count, and you could even start taking some upper level science classes, which would also double count to figure out what your interests are and make that decision. What about the BS concentrations? You do have to choose one of the two concentrations when you declare your major, although you can take classes in both categories and you can always change your concentration later. So, undergraduate advisors are happy to talk with you through this major declaration process and beyond. So, if you go to the GW Department of Geography webpage and click on undergraduate, you'll find that there's a link for undergraduate student resources and a button there circled in red that you can use to contact the undergraduate advisors. So we're happy to help you through this process of major declaration, and best of luck in your career at GW.